Welcome to the Jaron Jarvis channel. I am Jaron Jarvis. Today, I would like to introduce to you, The Stranger in the Car. Circa the year 2000, I was 12 years old. We lived in a big city in a good neighborhood. This was a neighborhood where all the kids would play in the street, and our parents never thought twice about leaving the garage car doors open all day. Life was good. During this summer break all was normal and we were just enjoying being rambunctious kids, sometimes even punks. My group of friends consisted of 5 boys and 6 girls, and surprisingly we all still keep in touch to this day. Minus one who was taken from us too early. Godspeed Todd. It started out as any other day, except this weird guy in a green Chrysler Sebring convertible who was driving through the neighborhood just a little too slow, and he didn't do it just once. It made us stop and pay attention, but being kids we soon forgot about it. Until the next day, but this time he stopped and tried to make small talk. We all hightailed it out of there. The driver was very distinctive with bright red, puffy, curly hair. He is absolutely unmistakable. Let me go back in time a little bit. We had a large house, and my room was the entire basement. It was a badass room for a kid, and it was just over 1,000 square feet, and my room had a direct entry to slash from the garage. Remember, we always kept the garage car doors open. Basements are dark and I've always had a slight fear of going down there without any lights on, so I always kept the light nearest my bed turned on. Anytime I would go into the room, I would stand at the corner where my door jamb met the wall and push my door open before walking in, because in my mind something or someone was always in that little space waiting for me. But alas, I was always safe. So a few days go by and we don't see the guy coming through anymore, but as we made our way a few streets over, we see this car parked in the street where it doesn't belong, with no one in the car. Whatever, we go about our day. Eventually we all make our way back home and I perform my ritual of standing at the corner of the door and push it open. But this time was different. My light had been turned off, and as I pushed the door open, a head with puffy curly hair peeked from behind the door, and I saw the outline of a hand held at waist height come from behind the door as well. I stood frozen solid for what seemed an eternity, knowing in reality it was only a split second, but then I turned and ran for my life. I tore across the room and up 2 flights of stairs to get to my mom. I was obviously freaked out and she could tell I wasn't messing around, so she went with me down to the basement. When we got to the landing, the door from my room to the garage was swung open, so we knew who was in that basement had left. The police came and took the report, and the neighbor girl said she saw him walking from the direction of our house. He was arrested later that week for kidnapping a child only a few miles away. I know for certain had I not been militant to my silly ritual of pushing that door open, I would have been that victim.